In this video, I'm going to discuss the process for creating a drawing for exercise 1. The early stages of the drawing creation is very simple. The process that I'm going to use for this is I'm just simply going to click on New, select Drawing, make sure at this point I name this, so I'll call it Ex1D for drawing. And I'm just going to select a drawing. I'm not going to select A1 or anything like that, but just a simple A drawing, and then I'll say OK. Now because I used the template, it already populates my top view, my front view, and my isometric. I want to go ahead and add a right side view to this also. So I'm going to click up here on Projection, select my front view, and drop off of Projected View right there. If I wanted to move my drawings around, what I would need to do is slow right click on any view and uncheck Lock View Movement. What that allows me to do is move any of the views that I have. At this point, all I need to do is dimension now. So I'll come in here and I'll apply the dimensions that I need for my front view. To do that, I'm going to go to Annotate, click on Dimension, so left click this line, middle click above it, and that's going to bring up that 40. Now I can click this line and this line, left click over here. Now in this case, this gave me the wrong dimension, so what I want to do is I want to go ahead and get rid of that by selecting it and hitting delete, and instead I'm going to grab here and then middle click over here to put the 40 in place. Now I do need to move this one out a little bit so that I can get the dimension from here to here, but I'm going to go ahead and place that, and then I'll worry about moving these after I get the dimensions placed. So there I'm just dragging out the 40, and here I'm going to drag in and down a little bit the 30. I could make my life a little bit easier simply by moving this view away from the edge of the paper a little bit. That way I can drag this one out further and this one out so that it's a little bit more clearly defined as to what I'm doing. The next dimensions that I want to place is I want to place the 15 and the 25. So I just go right back up to Dimension, select this line, put in my 15. And again, I'm probably going to have to move that, but that's okay. And there's my 25. Now I will move this view out of the way a little bit so that I can stretch these dimensions and put them in a better location for orientation. As far as right now is concerned, I'm not worried about the lines that cross through here. The thing that you could do to make it different is instead of placing this 25 right here, I can go up to Dimension and place the 25 over here. What that does is that moves it out of here so that I don't have lines crossing over top of lines. Next I'm going to put in the 15 for right here. The overall width of the bottom is 60. The backside right here I already have labeled. So now I'm just going to double check. Looking at my actual assignment file, I can see that I've got the 30, the 40, the 15 here, the 25 over here. I don't have this dimension right here, so I'll go ahead and place that dimension and I'll put it up here in this view. So there I have the 30 for that. And then just double checking, making sure I have enough dimensions to actually go through and draw every part of this, and that's the biggest part of the key here. The only dimension it seems that I'm missing is the dimension for this piece right here, which is 10. Now that I have that in place, I have all of the dimensions that I need. So what I can do is I can now hit Control S or Save, make sure that my file is saved, and now I need to export a PDF file. So I'm going to come up here to Publish, select PDF, and Export. All I need to do is pick a location for this, and I'm going to put it on my desktop and say OK. And what's going to happen is it's going to go through and it's going to create the PDF file, and then it's going to bring up a preview of that PDF file once it's actually created. Depending on the speed of your computer, sometimes It might take a couple of minutes to create the PDF file, but it is working. Once it brings up the preview of the PDF, again, close out the PDF, make sure that you save your file, and then what you're going to be submitting for this week's assignments is that PDF file. And if you have any questions about creating the PDF, again, it's publish. Okay, there's my PDF file. It's publish, PDF, export. And one thing to remember, if you notice, that PDF file has a lot of stuff on it. It's got the front, the default, the top, all of these different things. If you don't want that to be anywhere on your PDF file, the way that you fix that is you come up here and you turn off the coordinate system display, and you turn off the reference edge display, and then click repaint. That's going to get rid of all of those things. And if I go through now and export the PDF, now with all of that being gone, what you'll notice is I have a much cleaner drawing. So that's something that you may want to consider doing prior to creating the PDF, is to clear all of the reference geometry and then hit repaint. And once you do that, it'll clean up the file.